music is even faster to preach the gospel of good language or culture or whatever it is you want to pass across to the people, to sensitize them. It's time for us to have a rethink about who we are as Nigerians, to go into the future, you know, positively and believe in ourselves and say, look, we know that our future is brighter and must be better than where we are now. And there's no better platform to use than music.
Now, I mean, Dari Atalade, honestly speaking, and I'm very happy about that, has about one of the fastest growing fan base and all over the world. The Twitter, you know, the Facebook and other social networking formats are buzzing as we speak. What kind of things do you get them request you to do?
It's, I'll be honest with you, absolutely ridiculous. It's the rate at which it's been growing has been very phenomenal. I mean, to give you some brief figures of the kind of fellowship we have on Facebook. My Facebook is facebook.com/Darey, D-A-R-E-Y. I already have at least about 250,000 people, you know, who are following what we do every day, what we say, the music we release. On Twitter is at least 25,000 thereabouts, you know, people who are following, just catching on daily, day-to-day activities, where I am, what I'm doing. And it's a great way at the moment to connect to people out there who have been supporting over the years, who don't watch TV all the time, who are always on their cell phones. You know, nowadays it's always, everybody's on the go. You know, so social media has come to stay, using Twitter and Facebook. And for example, I have a website as well, dareyonline.com, on twitter.com/Darey. It's great ways, innovative ways to stay in touch with people. You can be Nigerians who are loving our music. The internet is such a great place now because it's so...
This should be the busiest. Anyway, let's just leave it aside and talk about you. Quite a lot of the young ones would like to be like you. It is, I mean, you've gotten to this stage, it's not a tea party. You've had to go through quite a lot. You've had to go through a lot in terms of grooming before you got to this stage. What would you be telling the young ones that'd like to be like you, whether as a musician or as a broadcaster or as a
creative person?
Or, you know, altogether.
Well, I think first of all, it's dependent on, okay?
I hope this gets through. Hello? Hello?
Wow.
All right, as you say.
Well, I think it starts with the talent, the passion for what it is that you want to do. You want to be a great songwriter or an artist, a singer or a rapper or a dancer or a poet or a newscaster or a magazine publisher, editor, whatever it is that you feel you have a talent for. Learn a bit more about it, you know, learn from the likes of you too.
Thank you.
It was funny that she said that, you know, the youth didn't turn out the way that we wanted them to, but it was still a far cry from what was obtainable before. A lot more people came out to register to vote this time around, and we're very happy about that. So I want to congratulate the youth on that move. I, myself, have my own voters card. If you have yours, let us come out en masse and vote out bad leadership. This is the time. You know, I'm non-partisan. You know, I would not come out here and preach that you should vote for one person in particular, you know, but we see the signs. We know who's doing a great job in Lagos at the moment without even mentioning it. Like this red one contains songs like Sisieko and Sweet Mother and some other songs that are very nostalgic and very classic in production. On this side, we've got more pop songs. Your favorites are there about the music. If there's something you don't like about it, you know, let us know so we can always make improvements on our next project. So, and I also use the opportunity to really thank everyone, you know, for all the love, the support, and the criticisms of the last few years. You know, it really helps, and it's brought us to. It does.
It gets you to the very top
absolutely.
Of your game.
Absolutely.
Well, what would you be doing in your leisure period?
Wow.
What are the things that tickle Dari Atalade's fancy?
Wow. I like to have good meals. I like to eat, nice. My wife is from Ekiti, so I enjoy pounded yam a lot. I also enjoy a lot of other local delicacies. I tried not ishiewu. I tried what's the other one called?
Which one is that one now?
They're going hand in hand.
Is it nkwobi?
Nkwobi, yes. I love nkwobi, by the way. Okay. That's such a great meal to have. It's very rich in in a lot of things. I love pepper soup, so that takes care of food. I'm also a great sport fan. So I like football. I play a nice number 9 when I get to play, and I'm also a great goalkeeper, if I may say so. I love playing basketball. That one I probably play more than any other sport. I love playing tennis. I love playing pool, snooker, call it what you may. Yes, and I also enjoy driving. Funny enough, I like to drive around. I think it keeps me relaxed and keeps my senses very sharpened as well. I like to travel a lot. I like to read. I'm very huge on social networking, so I'm always on the phone or on the laptop, connecting with people, sending emails and whatnot. So the ultimate relaxation, though, is sleeping. I love to sleep whenever I can catch a few hours.
How many hours do you get of that?
If I'm lucky, I get 4 to 5 hours of sound sleep. If I'm lucky.
The business keeps you.
It keeps you. You know about it. You know about jet setting from Lagos to Kuala Lumpur. Tomorrow you're in Asia. Tomorrow you're in America, doing one thing or the other.
That's what makes you what you are.
Many times we've met at the airport. You're going this way, I'm going that way, and that's the way it is.
That's the way to keep the business going.
It is.
It bubbling.
It is the only way.
Let me thank you very much.
Thank you so. I should be thanking you. I should be thanking you for being such a shining light, a shining beacon to all of us. Not only us broadcasters or musicians, but just a general source of inspiration. Want to pray for you. For long life, good health, and for Biscon International to take it to the moon. Let's broadcast on the moon, shall we?
Starting point.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Gary Altalade. An interviewer's delight any day, and very, very knowledgeable. And now I see why he's breaking the ground as fast as possible. And I'm sure that this is just the beginning of his, life. He's going to travel even much more than we have now. This is the Biscon World Television. It's a 24-hour channel. There's news in it. There's sports in it. Just name it. Very shortly, we'll be having our sports with, of course, the master, Tony Eke. He says it the way nobody else says it. And because he never minds whose ox is God, he just goes to town and says it in his own very special way that you cannot, how do you put it now? There's a way to put it. Inimitable.
Inimitable.
Thank you. Brother.
How you style your hair, worry about all the clothes you wear, worry about what the people care, worry about everything, worry about the kind of car you drive, worry about living that fancy life, worry about all the things to buy to make you beautiful. All these things don't matter. Ego make me love you more. Girl, you need to learn to love who you are. Baby, you're a star.
As for me, I like the way you are. I like the way you are. This girl, I like the way you are. This girl, I like the way you are.
Baby girl, I worry about your attitude and all these crazy things you do, thinking you're no good for you, but you are good for me. Too big, too short, too slim, too tall. Baby, you cannot have it all. I wish that you would come to your your senses. All these things don't matter. Ego make me love you more. Girl, you need to learn to love who you are. Baby, you're a star.
As for me, I like the way you are. I like the way you are. This girl, I like the way you are. This girl, I like the way you are. I like the way you I like the way you are.
I like the way you are.
I like the way you are. This girl, I like the way you are.
I like the way you are.
This girl, I like the way you are. I like the way you are. I like the way you are.
I can do anything you want, babe.
This girl, I like the way you are.
I like the way you are. Soul music. I like the way you are.
On Friday, the 29th of April 2022, the Ekeoma family gathered to give gratitude to God for the life of their mother, grandmother and wife, Lady Barrister Mrs. Ngozi Ekeoma, as she gracefully clocked the golden age of 50. The ceremony was held at the Harbour Point, Victoria Island, Lagos. The household name Ekeoma undoubtedly rings the bell in the list of successful business tycoons, especially in the oil and gas sector in Nigeria. The husband of the celebrant, Elder Sir Eme Ekeoma, who wears many hats, is the chairman of Nepal Oil and Gas Limited. He's also a philanthropist. The celebrant, Lady Barrister Mrs. Ngozi Ekeoma, was born on the 29th of April 1972. She hails from Ikpere in the Bende local government area of Abia State, Nigeria. She spent her childhood years in Aba and attended Aba Girls Secondary School until she left at the age of 16. The event, which was anchored by Gbemileke Oscar Oyinson, began with the entry of the celebrant, who was ushered into the hall by the M&M Music Band. Most Reverend Benebo Fubara Manuel, President, Christian Council of Nigeria, CCN, in a brief exhortation which he titled Place of Sunset, extols the virtues of Lady Barrister Mrs. Ngozi Ekeoma and admonished the congregation to trust God in their days of sunset, trying times, saying God is always dependable when the issues of life get overwhelming.
I'm to remind you, when you pass through the rough places of life, when you pass through the tough times in life, look at the life of our sister, Ngozi Ekeoma. She is what she is today by the grace of God, but not without the sunsets of life, not without the troubles of life, not without the rejections of life, not without the tough times of life. In the places of our sunset, God renewed her. God gave her fresh revelation. God opened her eyes to God's continuing presence in her life. And she is what she is today by the grace of God. Let us celebrate with her. As we celebrate with her, let us tell ourselves that we will not give up when we enter into the sunsets of life. Let us tell ourselves that no matter how tough life comes, no matter how rough life comes, we will stick on with our God who has promised never to leave us or to forsake us. This is the beauty of having a God who can promise us to be with us forever. Do you know God? Are you walking with God? Is Christ in your life? If not, then follow the example of our sister Ngozi. She has made God her trust. And in the places where life comes with sunset, she can enter knowing that there are places of renewal, places of assurance, and places of revelation. If our eyes are not opened to find God and to learn from God in the places of our sunset, we have lost in life. We have lost a lot.
It was indeed a night of thanksgiving to God, which featured performances by A-list gospel artists like Joe Praise, Mercy Chinwo, Loud, and comedy by Two Can Talk. There was a documentary chronicling the life of the celebrant, Lady Barrister Ngozi Ekeoma, which featured special interviews from her husband, children, and well-wishers.
So my mom is like my best friend. Quite frankly, she's the best human being that I know, period. like this world would be a better place if there are more people like her in it. She embodies what love is, like what unconditional love is, loving without holding back, showing us a new dimension of how to show love, and that has taught me so much. You know, she remembers like the tiny details.